Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Wendy and today I'm showing you a little glimpse into my daily life. I'll show you my workouts and all of the whole food plant-based meals that I'm eating today, starting with my breakfast. First thing this morning, I'm going to cook up a batch of steel-cut oats in my Instant Pot. For a while, I had been eating oat groats, but I got kind of tired of those, so I've gone back to my steel-cut oats. And for this, I use 2 cups of steel-cut oats, along with about 5 or 6 cups of water. I also like to add in a bag of frozen riced cauliflower. I don't really notice the taste or the texture, so it's a great way to add in some veggies to my breakfast. Then I usually sweeten it up with some fruit. Sometimes I'll use dates, but today I'm adding raisins. And that's it for now. I'll put the lid on and set it to cook at high pressure for 8 minutes. After that's done, I'll add a few more ingredients, and if you want to see a full breakdown of how I like to make my steel-cut oats in the Instant Pot, you can check out the video that I'll link here. But for now, while this cooks, I'm going to do a quick yoga routine. I used to religiously do yoga every morning, but I've been struggling with keeping up the habit. Life's been a little bit hectic the last few years, and it started to become more stressful trying to make sure I did it every day, basically defeating the purpose of doing the yoga in the first place. So now I give myself a break since I know there will be some mornings where I'm not able to do my yoga. I focus on doing better quality yoga on the days that I can fit it in. And taking that pressure off has actually helped me to start building the habit back a little better again. Something else that's been helping me recently is that I got an Oura ring this year. I've wanted one of these for a long time, but they're pretty pricey, so I never got one. But this year I got it as a birthday present, and it's been nice to help me track my sleep and activities. Right now, my schedule doesn't really allow for long dedicated workout sessions, so I've been focusing on little bursts of activity throughout the day instead. And having the Oura ring is helpful because I can see how much physical activity I'm actually getting throughout the day. So after my yoga, if I have time, I also like to go out for a morning walk. And what's cool about the Oura ring is it automatically detects activity, and it even guesses the kind of activity I'm doing. It's usually pretty accurate, correctly differentiating between my yoga, my walks, and other activities like Pilates, hiking, dancing, stretching, and more. And after my walk, I'll finish getting my breakfast ready before I have to get to work. Last night, I roughly chopped up some veggies for a smoothie. I'm just adding some spinach to my blender, and this is fresh spinach that I froze. Then these are the veggies that I prepped last night, including celery, bell pepper, tomato, onion, and cucumber. I also add a little bit of frozen apple and water to blend it up. And today, I almost forgot, I also like to add a couple walnuts. This is my basic salad smoothie recipe. Then by now, my oats are done cooking and the Instant Pot has depressurized. So I'm going to add some pumpkin pie spice and a can of pumpkin. I'll mix that up and I transfer most of it to a storage container, which should last me another 4 days. But I'll add 1 portion to a bowl with some blueberries for my breakfast today. I top that off with a little bit of ground flax and chia seed, and then it's time for me to get to work. I work from about 8 or 8:30 until 4 or 4:30 every day. And even though I work from home, I still like to have my lunch pretty much ready to go so I can grab it quickly and then get back to work. So for lunch today, I'm having leftovers of pasta that I made last night. It was really simple with just a few basic ingredients. I sautéed some onions, then I added a chopped roasted red bell pepper and some chopped broccoli. To that, I added some leftovers of my cheesy sauce that I had in the fridge. I'll put a link to the video where I demonstrate that recipe as well. And then I boiled whole wheat spaghetti noodles, and after that was done, I saved a little bit of the cooking water, drained the pasta, and combined everything together. I have been eating a little more bread and pasta lately. If you know anything about calorie density, you know that these are on the higher end as they're more processed. It's been a while since I talked about calorie density, but I think it's a really important concept, so I wanted to break it down briefly. Basically, calorie density is the amount of calories for a certain weight of food. When it comes to whole foods, you've got the fruits and veggies on the low end, between 100 and about 300 calories per pound, and on the upper end, you've got nuts and seeds around 2,800 calories per pound. Bread and pasta lands on the higher end of the scale, somewhere in the ballpark of 1,500 or 1,600 calories per pound, whereas unprocessed grains are down around 500 or 600 calories per pound. And way over here we've got oil, which is the most calorie-dense thing you can eat at a whopping 4,000 calories per pound. And that makes quite a bit of difference when it comes to weight loss, maintenance, or gain. So those who are looking to lose weight should aim to eat the foods on the lower end. Lots of veggies, fruits, beans, and whole unprocessed grains. And you might need to avoid oils, more processed grains, nuts, and seeds, especially if you have trouble limiting your consumption. On the other hand, if trying to maintain your weight, you might be able to get away with some more of those higher calorie density foods. And if you're trying to gain weight, you may need to add even more of those. That's kind of where I'm at right now. I'm interested in working on building up some muscle and also increasing my activity levels, so I need more calories. And since I'm already eating such huge volumes of the low calorie density food, I've decided to start adding in some of those higher calorie dense foods. That means I've been eating a little more processed grains in the form of bread and this pasta. In addition to that, today feels like a 2-smoothie kind of day. If I had more time, I'd probably make a salad to go with my pasta, but since I didn't have that prepped ahead, I need to make something quicker. Smoothies are also another way to add in more calories to help with weight maintenance or gain. Although my smoothies are still relatively low calorie since I include lots of vegetables. For this one, I'm using red cabbage, frozen banana, and frozen cherries. And I always get comments about my red cabbage smoothies. Yes, it's a little intense if you're not used to it, but I really like it. It's a great way to get in some extra cruciferous veggies, and it makes such a pretty smoothie. After drinking them for a while, I've grown to love them. I'm also adding water and some cashew milk paste. I've showed you this brand before, but this time I got a giant tub. I like keeping this shelf-stable milk on hand, and it's a lot cheaper to buy it in bulk. Finally, I also added a little bit of vanilla bean powder to my smoothie, and if you want this exact recipe plus some other smoothie ideas, I'll put a link to that video here. After my lunch, I was still a little hungry, and I had some leftover muffins that I made the other day. This is my sweet potato spice bread. I just made it in muffins instead of a loaf. I've also shared this recipe before, and I'll include that video here. So I'll eat this while I get back to work. In my last What I Eat in a Day video, I showed you my new houseplants. I do not have a green thumb, but my friend who gave me all of these plants absolutely loves growing all the things. So he's been helping me learn how to care for them and keep them alive. He actually just started his own YouTube channel called Diary of a Plant Weirdo. It's going to chronicle all of his adventures and experimentation with his own plants. He'll be testing out different growing conditions and how to solve different problems for various different plants. So if you enjoy any kind of gardening, check out his channel and give him a follow. I'll put a link to his channel in the description below this video. And of course, I'll continue to show you updates of my houseplants in future videos as well. So now that my plants are taken care of and work is done, it's time for some exercise. Today, I decided to do a belly dance workout. I started learning belly dance about 20 years ago, but I haven't done it in a few years. I really miss it, so I've been wanting to get back into it. Today, I just did some basic drills and a few little combos to get my sea legs back. Today, I headed over to my parents' house for dinner. My mom made tacos. This is one of my favorite meals. We fill corn tortillas with my taco lentils, cheesy sauce, a little avocado, salsa, lettuce, tomato, and onion. To go along with that, we had potatoes, a salad, and some grapes. Then whenever I hang out with my parents, we usually like to watch a TV show or two. Right now we're watching a series called The Americas. It's a nature show about wildlife all around North and South America, narrated by Tom Hanks. We actually watched it last year when it first aired, but they re-released it with extra fun facts added in. We really enjoyed it last year, and I'm enjoying it again this year. Even if nature shows aren't your thing, I highly recommend this. It's very interesting and absolutely beautiful videography. After that, I headed back to my house to wind down for the evening. This is another nice thing about having my Aura ring now. It gives me notifications encouraging me to relax before bed. So I'm gonna take it easy now. I hope you enjoyed hanging out with me today. And if you like this kind of video, hit the thumbs up and check out this playlist for all of my What I Eat in a Day videos. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you next time.